A security officer drags a man from a United Flight. Made in America Festival is coming to Philly for the 6th time, and a look at this week's beautiful weather. All that and more coming up on this half hour of RTN News. Welcome back to a brand new episode of RTN News. I'm Summer Shiki.
And I'm Sean Kelly. Let's get into some local news.
Lee Kaplan, the man accused of convincing an Amish family to gift him their daughters, will be tried at a Bucks County jury. The decision came yesterday when a judge denied Kaplan's request to move his trial to another county and bring in outside jurors. Kaplan is accused of sexually assaulting 6 girls in his Feasterville home, allegedly given to him as gifts by Daniel and Sevilla Stolfus. His trial is scheduled for the end of May.
The Gloucester County Sheriff's Office arrested 83 people on a child support chain that lasted 3 days, the county announced. The operation lasted from April 4th through the 6th and resulted in a collection of over $26,000 in owed child support charges. Sheriff Carmel Marina said in a statement, quote, "Our officers continue on a daily basis to seek out fugitives of the law as well as several child support sweeps throughout the year." Arrests were spread out over the entirety of the Gloucester County area.
If you're a fan of music festivals, get ready for another big one this summer. For the 6th time, Jay-Z is bringing the Made in America Festival to Philly Labor Day weekend. Made in America 2017 will once again take over the Ben Franklin Parkway on September 2nd and September 3rd. No acts have been announced as of yet or when tickets will go on sale, but when they do, they are sure to go quickly. Last year, Rihanna and Coldplay headlined at the event.
A bakery in Turnersville has started to use one interesting ingredient. Canopy Kitchen in Turnersville can teach medical marijuana users how to incorporate their drug into sweet-tasting food. Patients with a valid New Jersey medical marijuana license, program ID, can learn to make marijuana program cannabis-infused sweets like banana walnut muffins, chocolate candy, and gummy bears. Students may bring their own cannabis and create foods that they can only make at the Canopy Kitchen. And now we have Jashanti Pittman with a look at this amazing weather this week.
Thank you. It is starting to look and feel a lot like spring this week. Today is partly cloudy with a high of 80 and low 60. On Wednesday, there will be AM showers with a high 75 and low 46. On Thursday, it will be partly cloudy with a high 66 and low 43. Friday, the skies will clear and be sunny with a high 67 and low 44. On Saturday, it will be partly cloudy with a high 70 and low 58, and Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high 83 and 57. So I'm glad that it's getting really warm.
It's
just
great.
One day of rain and it's done.
I'm so happy about it. I like the warmth. I'm excited about this spring season.
This is like the first actual week where it's warm and you can wear shorts cold today. It's crazy.
It's exciting. Let me tell you. In the 80s, I'm like, that's exciting.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you, Jashanti. When we come back, a man gets shot in the chest during a home invasion. Find out which local community it happened in next.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Welcome back to RTN News. A man shot in the chest during a home invasion Friday night was treated for non-threatening life injuries. A masked intruder entered a Hamel Court home around 11:30 p.m. last night and confronted the homeowner. They struggled and the resident was struck over the head with a crowbar and shot once in the chest. The assailant fled and now remains at large. Police have increased patrols in the neighborhood, and anyone with information is asked to contact the Washington Township Police.
3 Chicago airport police officers yanked a man from his seat after he refused to leave the aircraft, all caught on cell phone video. The man's head hit an armrest, causing him to start bleeding as he was pulled down the aisle. What led to the situation? The flight was overbooked, and when no one volunteered to give up their seats, 4 people were picked at random. All but 1 passenger left willingly. United said they were forced into an involuntary deboarding situation when none of the passengers volunteered to give up their seat for compensation. One Chicago Department of Aviation security officer is on leave pending an investigation. Imagine finding a dead bat in your salad mix from the grocery store. Mavish has that story and this week's Health Check.
Thanks, Summer. A dead bat is found in a packaged salad mix, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The bat was found in a bag of Fresh Express organic market-side spring mix at a Florida Walmart. The condition of the bat did not let the CDC rule out if the bat had rabies, and people who were exposed have been recommended for post-exposure rabies treatment. The CDC says the risk of rabies transmission is low, but not zero. Fresh Express has recalled packages sold at Walmart in southern states, including North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and others. The Florida Department of Health, U.S. Food and Drug Administration, and the CDC are investigating the situation. Let's debunk a health myth. It's hard to being healthy sometimes, so let's not make it harder than it needs to be. Even though the raw movement is big right now, not everything you eat needs to be raw, says Today.com. Some foods are healthier after being cooked in some way. Foods like broccoli or tomatoes need some heat for the healthy compounds to last, and sometimes it even tastes better. Finals are right around the corner, and I know that they can dampen spirits, but here are some foods to snack on that are scientifically shown to lift spirits. Raw walnuts are a good source of magnesium, and people with lower levels of magnesium have been linked to depression, while those with higher levels have reduced symptoms of depression. Coffee has been shown to better focus and alertness, but interestingly enough, it'll work better when you don't overconsume, and watch out with the amount of sugar you add to your cup. And finally, chocolate is a guilty pleasure usually, but dark chocolate is known to have more antioxidant power than most foods. Alrighty, guys. Finals is almost here.
Yeah, that is crazy.
5 more weeks, that's it.
That is crazy.
It is. I can't believe it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
This semester flew by.
I already feel down, so eat some chocolate. Treat yourself. Dark chocolate, though.
Always
Why
gotta
not?
treat yourself, you know? Once
I
in a
agree
while,
with
gotta
that.
keep yourself sane. You're right.
Absolutely, I agree
And I
with that.
always have a coffee every single morning because, you know,
It keeps you going, and again, it's
Gotta
not
keep
that
it
all
bad.
the final exams and everything coming
Yeah.
up, you got to do that.
So.
Well, thank you, Mavish.
Thank you.
Coming up after the break, we're going to have more in national news, so don't go away.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Welcome back to RTN News. Let's jump right into our national news. At least one person has died Tuesday after a shooting outside of an automotive plant in Tennessee. 3 people were hit when the shooting unfolded today at the Ficosa plant in Cookeville. It is believed that one person worked at the facility while the other 2 were just involved. The 3 people that were involved were 1 man and 2 women. The conditions and identities of the victims have not yet been released, but the 2 injured have been taken to the hospital for treatment.
The state of Alabama has a new governor this morning after Robert Bentley resigned yesterday. The resignation comes as lawmakers in the state were set to begin impeachment hearings. Bentley is accused of using state resources, including the police, to hide an affair with a married aide. Also yesterday, Bentley pleaded guilty to breaking campaign finance rules to avoid felony charges. As a part of the agreement, the state's attorney general will not pursue further charges, and Bentley will never be able to hold public office again.
Always wanted to find that light bulb that works forever? Then look no further than the Phelps high-low bulb. Patented in 1904, the bulb from Phelps was designed to save money. It was recently found glowing dimly in the basement of the Fire Museum of York County. Dennis Kunkel, director of facilities for the York County History Center, found it, and after contacting a firm online, found out that the bulb could have been burning since the Fire Museum was erected in 1903. The bulb has been since removed and now resides in the York County History Center collection.
Pope Francis has opened a free laundromat to help the homeless and people in need in Rome. The laundromat has washers, dryers, and irons. The Vatican says the new facility will help restore dignity to many people. It plans to add showers, a barbershop, and medical services in the coming months. It's the second facility the Pope has opened to help the poor in Rome. 2 years ago, he opened a shower and a barber service near St. Peter's Basilica. The warm weather is finally here, and so is spring sports. Kevin Cornell gives us a look at our Rowan sports teams.
Thanks, Summer. Rowan University's baseball team had a 9-8 comeback victory over Stockton University at home this past Sunday. Rowan was down 7-6 in the bottom of the 8th inning when second baseman Alec Kokos sent a double to right field, bringing home teammate Sean Layden on the play. First baseman Dylan Mendel was also able to score on the play after an error by Stockton. Center fielder Shane Brown would hit a single to bring Kokos home, and Rowan was able to hold on from there. The women's track and field team competed in the Oscar Moore Invitational on Saturday. Nia Lawrence was able to win the 200 meters with a time of 25.97 seconds, only to be followed by teammates Amanda Brown and Tasha Bethea, who finished in second and third respectively. Amanda Brown was also able to take first place in the 400 meters with a near time of 1 minute flat. Rowan will head to Moravian College for the Greyhound Invitational this Friday and Saturday. The softball team split a doubleheader this past Saturday at Keene University. Rowan lost the first game 6-1, where right-hander Shannon McMahon threw a complete game, only allowing 1 earned run on 8 hits. The Profs also allowed 3 runs to come off of their 6 errors. In the second game, Rowan was able to pull away with the victory 3-2. Morgan Smith led the way for the Profs by registering 2 hits and 1 RBI. The softball team currently sits at a record of 23-3 on the season. The women's lacrosse team was able to hold off Cabrini University this past Friday en route to a 17-15 victory. Allie Herbert led the attack for the Profs by recording 5 goals, while defender midfielder Taylor Gretz scored 3 times and won 9 draws. Attack Maddie Bray contributed with 2 goals and 1 assist. The Profs advanced to a record of 7-3 on the season. So definitely good to hear. We had some pretty good performances this past week from the Profs. Definitely that lacrosse game as well, Sean.
Oh, that is huge. And, you know, that's always like a great thing I always see as they do in the lacrosse games, always putting out that force out there. And through the season, you know, in the start and after the season, as well as the softball, almost starting that, even throwing that, you know, perfect game for the pitcher, and it just really launches Rowan to success.
Absolutely. Softball definitely having a good season so far at 23-3 on the season. Good record. Of course.
Great record for them.
Good to hear. Well, thanks, Kevin. We're going to head over to Patricia Ianuki for this week's Rowan Opinion.
Here, asking people what their favorite social media websites are.
I use Instagram, Snapchat. That's about it. And I have no notifications on my phone, so it leaves me alone.
And which would you say is your favorite?
Instagram. Definitely Instagram.
And how about you? Which social media is your favorite?
I'm probably Twitter. It's the only one I really use.
Facebook, Instagram sometimes, and that's probably about it, actually.
My favorite social, YouTube is the ones that I use the most, but I don't think that it counts like social media. So I will say Instagram. Instagram is the one that I spend also a lot of time in, which is not YouTube. And I like posting pictures, and I use it a lot of time. And I think that's the one, my favorite one.
Use a lot of Snapchat. I'm a big snapper. I probably use Snapchat more than anything else. That and Facebook. And I just made an Instagram after my little cousin convinced me to for like 6 months.
Facebook. Everyone doesn't seem to like it anymore, but it's honestly the best one because there's no limitations. Like Twitter's like 140 characters. Instagram is just pictures. Snapchat, they delete itself. Like Facebook is the best one.
Probably Snapchat. Yeah.
Would you like to say why?
Because it goes away after 24 hours, so you can post whatever you want, basically.
Instagram. I just realized it has like this search, and you can literally search all day long. Like there's like tons of memes. It's great.
Do we really need all this social media in the world? Try for yourself. Have a nice day, guys.
So what's your favorite social media app?
Really for me, it's got to be Instagram. I don't post a lot, but that's the one I will post on. I just stalk all the other ones, Facebook, Snapchat.
Me too. I love Instagram. I just like to see all of the pictures and stuff like that.
It's really great. Of course.
Well, thanks for joining us for this week's episode of RTN News. I'm Summer Sheikhy.
And I'm Sean Kelly. Have a great week, Rowan University.